Hello, everyone. This is Jenny Markley, and I'd like to welcome you to this Introduction to Essential Oils webinar. I'm hoping to keep this brief, but still leave all of you with some really great information to use and get started with your essential oils. So to start with, I'd like to give a really quick introduction as to who I am. Those are pictures of my sweet little family. I have been married to my husband, Jeff, for about 11.5 years, and we have 2 little girls, ages 4 and 1, so lots of fun right now. I am a follower of Jesus, and it is my desire to do His will in all areas of my life. I'm a former educator, so teaching and educating have always been and will always be a part of who I am. And I'm very passionate about wellness. I was raised in a holistic home. My father is a chiropractor, so I've always had this natural gravitation toward finding natural alternatives for our health. And something else I wanted to say right here is that even though I love these essential oils, and you're about to hear all about that, I really and truly believe that Jesus is the only one who can completely heal us, mind, body, and soul. And I am just so thankful for everything He has done. And I'm thankful that God created these oils and the plants that are able to support our wellness. All right, I also need to give a quick obligatory disclaimer. I am not a medical health care professional. I'm just a mom who's passionate about finding better alternatives for our family. I cannot diagnose, treat, or prescribe, and you really wouldn't want me to anyway. I just hope that I can leave you with some information today that will help catapult and take you closer to your goals on your wellness journey. So let's look at what an essential oil is. The answer to this is really pretty simple. They're just the aromatic liquids distilled from plants. So if you're familiar with using herbs or drinking herbal teas, you're using a part of the plant to improve your wellness. So it's the same thing. We're just using a part of the plant. But because we're using the actual liquid from the plant, they're incredibly concentrated. So just to give you an example, 1 drop of peppermint essential oil is the same as 26 cups of peppermint tea. Another example is 1 drop of rose oil is the equivalent of 30 to 60 roses. So, which is amazing. And because they're so concentrated, they work very quickly, they work very effectively, and oftentimes it doesn't even take an entire drop to address whatever issue you're addressing. So for that reason, they become quite economical as well. They are essential to the health of the plant, and you can think of it as being the plant's immune system. So if a plant is encountering some fungus or a virus or bacteria, the plant will actually release these essential oils to help protect the plant. And when these essential oils are extracted very carefully, they can function in the human body much the same way they function in the plant, which is amazing and a testament truly to God's creation. Finally, they're an ancient tradition. I know they might seem a little trendy right now, but they date back centuries and centuries ago. There are actually 188 references to them in Scripture, and they were discovered in alabaster jars in King Tut's tomb. So they have been used for centuries by priests and physicians for healings and anointings and just overall wellness. Okay, so why would we want to use essential oils? I know for us, it was more than just wellness, even though that has been our main priority. It's also been about reducing the toxic load in our homes. So we've been able to use products with essential oils or making our own products with essential oils to replace a lot of the cleaning products we were using and personal products as well. Reactions are rare. They are supportive of wellness and vitality. There's not as much resistance. So because plants are just a little bit different every year due to precipitation and sunshine, temperatures changing each year, it's difficult for bacteria and viruses to build resistance against them, which is fantastic because, again, it helps them to be more effective each year. And finally, they work. I have used lots of different home remedies, herbs. We have I've tried synthetic things as well, and have not found anything that has wowed me the way essential oils have. So I have been so thankful to add that to our wellness routine several years ago. All right, so why Young Living? All right, so just so you guys know, I'm the kind of person who doesn't just want an answer. I want to know why, and I'm sure if you asked my mom and dad, they would totally agree with that. I have always questioned things. So when I was trying to decide what brand of essential oils my family was going to use, I dug in and did some research, and here's what I found. All right, so Young Living is the 20-year world leader. They have been around longer than any other essential oil company. And to me, longevity is huge because I like to be able to look back at the track record of a company and know if it's a company that I can support and trust. And for me, the answer when I looked at Young Living was yes, can. Secondly, Young Living is the only essential oil company that offers what they call their seed to seal promise. And that means that from the time the seed goes into the ground to the time the seal goes on the bottle, Young Living has control over that entire process and is able to oversee it. So they are able to do this because they are also the only essential oil company that owns their own farms. So this is huge, you guys. Other essential oil companies are brokers of oils. They don't have anything to do with the process of how the plants are cultivated, so they don't often know all the details as to how the plants were cared for. With Young Living, this was really cool to me. They literally hand weed their own fields. They do not use pesticides on their plants. They don't even use organic pesticides on their plants because even those products can have some questionable chemicals in them. Instead, they actually use their own essential oils to deter pests, which is crazy to me that they have so many thousands of acres of fields. So the time and commitment they put into taking care of these plants blows me away. They're completely transparent, so anyone can go visit their farms at any time. I actually have a friend who has gone to see their farms. The distilleries are right there on some of the farms as well. So they're able to distill right there on site. They do their own testing on site. They also make sure they get third-party testing as well. They also have the largest selection of oils, which honestly they wouldn't even have to have this to make me want to use their oils. It's just a bonus. And finally, they have integrity. They really stand behind their product. They want to make sure that what they are making is the most therapeutic quality possible because they know that we are putting these oils on our babies and on our children, and they want to make sure that they're giving us the best. So for us, we would not use any other brand other than Young Living, and for the purposes of this presentation today, we are only going to talk about Young Living essential oils. All right, so how do you use essential oils? There's several different ways you can use them. So the first is to inhale them or diffuse them. So this just means you're smelling the oils. You can smell them straight out of the bottle. You could put some oils into your hands, rub them together, and cup them over your face to inhale them that way. You can put them in an actual diffuser. Now you'll see one diffuser pictured here, and there's another one I will show you a little bit later. But for the diffuser, it's kind of like a miniature humidifier, and you're putting a little bit of water and a few drops of essential oil into the diffuser, and it helps to get the oils into the entire room, which is wonderful, especially during this time of year. Right now it's winter time, and so inevitably you're going to have all kinds of people coming over to your home for the holidays, and we just don't spend as much time outside. So a lot of junk can get into our homes. This is just a great way to purify and clean our air. And another way that we can use essential oils is to apply topically. And this simply means you're putting them on your body. So you could put them directly on the location that you're having an issue. If you had a sore muscle, you could massage some peppermint oil onto that direct area. You could also, if you're trying to, say, boost your immune system, you could put oils on the bottoms of your feet if you want. I like to put oils on the bottoms of feet because feet have the largest pores of any area on your body other than your hands. So the oils are able to absorb very quickly into your body that way. And also, especially with kids, it's nice to keep the oils away from their eyes and mucous membranes. So that is another way you can use them. And when you do apply topically, you can either apply the oils straight out of the bottle, which we call neat, or you can dilute them. Now, when I say dilute, I'm not talking about mixing them with water. You would actually mix them with a carrier oil. That could be just about any kind of oil. We tend to use coconut oil and olive oil in our home, but you're just mixing an essential oil with another oil to dilute. And then finally, you can use essential oils internally. You can do this by dropping some into a glass of water, like some citrus oils into some water. You could put a drop on a spoon of honey. I know for me, if I have a scratchy throat, I like to get a spoon of honey and just put 1 drop of lemon on my honey, and that just really helps to soothe my throat. And then some folks like to use empty capsules, and so you could certainly do it that way as well. So those are the 3 ways you can use essential oils, and it's a lot of fun figuring out which one works best for your body. All right, a few precautions. First of all, skin sensitivity. If you do have sensitive skin, and I do have sensitive skin, I'll tell you, you might want to be careful the first time you try an essential oil. I recommend finding a part of your body where you can just do a quick patch test just to make sure it's not going to cause any discomfort. I personally haven't had any problems, but it's just something to be aware of. As far as eyes and ears, you want to be really careful to keep the essential oils away from your eyes. If they do get in your eyes, and it can happen, it's happened to my husband, you just need to have some carrier oil nearby to put in your eyes. So that's what we did with my husband. We just smeared some coconut oil in his eyes, and it was fine. It just flushed it out. You never want to drop essential oils directly into the ear canal. Some essential oils, especially the citrus ones, can cause some photosensitivity, which just means if they are applied to your skin, it could cause that area of skin to be more sensitive to the sun, so just be aware of that. Children, there is a great book called Gentle Babies, and I highly recommend reading that, just so you know how to safely use essential oils with children. And I would also keep them out of reach of children, which goes into storage. I recommend keeping them in a dark location away from sunlight just to make sure you're extending the therapeutic benefits of your oils for as long as possible. If you store them properly, they can be therapeutic for years. All right, so we are going to actually now talk about the oils themselves. The oils we cover today are part of Young Living's Everyday Oil Collection. So they sell this collection that comes with all 10 of these oils, and it's a really great way to get started. It's named very appropriately. We actually purchased our everyday oils last year, right before Christmas, as a Christmas present, an early Christmas present to ourselves. And I'll tell you, it is the only Christmas present I have ever purchased or received that I have used every single day since I received it. So absolutely something to think about. So the first oil is frankincense, and whenever I smell frankincense, I immediately think about Jesus and the fact that it was one of the gifts brought to him. It was highly regarded in biblical and ancient times, and there's actually an ancient Egyptian tradition that says frankincense is good for everything from gout to a broken head. So they knew back in those times how important and how valuable frankincense was just to keep them well, and something that really was actually only in homes of the very wealthy or royalty. It also does help stimulate and elevate and focus the mind and overcome stress and despair. It helps to reduce absent-mindedness, which I'm sure all of us could benefit from. It helps to support the immune and respiratory systems. I love using this one on my baby for that purpose, for the immune support. It's also a valuable ingredient in skincare products for aging and dry skin. So there's actually frankincense in a line of skincare that Young Living makes, and it does feature frankincense. All right, lemon. I like to think of lemon as sunshine in a bottle. It just smells amazing. It smells like the smell when you are peeling a fresh lemon. It just has a very rich, strong lemon zest to it. It's revitalizing and uplifting. It aids in healthy digestion, so you could put a drop of this in some water to help with that. It's 68% D-limonene, which is a powerful antioxidant that supports the immune system. So we love to diffuse lemon for that purpose as well. It's very refreshing in water. There's a study out of Japan that actually showed when lemon was diffused in an office environment, it reduced errors by 54%. So this would be a great one if you're a homeschooling mama and you need something to kind of help the kids focus a little bit more. Lemon's a great one for that purpose. Or certainly take it to work and maybe your whole department will perform a little better. It's also a natural goo-gone and cleanser. I learned this the hard way. My little 4-year-old got gum encapsulated in her hair right by her roots, and I thankfully remembered someone saying something about using lemon to get gum out of hair. And so about 2 drops of lemon, and a couple minutes later I was able to get all of it out. So we didn't have to get the scissors. We didn't have to try the peanut butter. I was very thankful for lemon that day. The next oil is peppermint. And this one is great. I love using peppermint in the afternoon when I hit that afternoon slump and you just need a little boost of energy. I love rubbing peppermint on the back of my neck. It feels good and it's just energizing. It's also supportive of the digestive and respiratory systems. So again, if you need a little help with those, either rubbing it on the area or put a drop in a glass of water is very helpful. It's great for soothing tense or overworked muscles. I love using it for this purpose. If you ever have sore feet from walking around or being on your feet all day, this feels wonderful. There is a Dr. William N. Denver who has studied the ability to improve concentration and mental sharpness. So another great one to diffuse for school or for work. It can reduce head tension. You just rub it right on location. And there is a Dr. Alan Hirsch who studied peppermint and its ability to help people feel full faster when they smelled it before they ate a meal. Lots of great uses for peppermint. All right, lavender is one of my very favorite oils. It is the most versatile of all essential oils, and you'll often hear it referred to as Swiss Army knife of essential oils. And the joke pretty much is, if you're not sure what oil to use, just try lavender because chances are it will help in some shape, way, or fashion. It is helpful for seasonal discomfort, so especially when pollen counts are high. Used for relaxation and periodic sleeplessness. We love to use this at night, diffuse it, or put some on our feet before bedtime. It can be used to soothe and cleanse common cuts, bruises, and skin irritations, which as a mom of a 4- and 1-year-old, I get lots of opportunities to use it in those ways. It can also help maintain cholesterol and blood pressure in the normal range. So lavender, again, one of our very favorites. Melaleuca A. This one's also commonly known as tea tree oil, so most of you may be familiar with that. It's highly regarded for its wide range of uses. It's supportive of the immune and respiratory systems and lung health. It helps support oral health. If any of you out there do the oil pulling, this is a great one to just add a drop into that daily regimen. It can comfort aches from daily life, and it's also really beneficial to the skin. A lot of folks will use this for blemishes or pimples. Purification. Okay, so the rest of the oils we are going to talk about are blends, and that just means that there's several single oils mixed into one bottle. So at the bottom of each of these next few slides, you will see a list of the oils that are in the blends. I won't read those just for the sake of time, but if you want to pause the presentation and read those, you are absolutely welcome to do so. All right, so with purification, it can be used directly on the skin to cleanse and soothe. And when it's diffused, it helps to purify and cleanse the air of environmental impurities. And I got to test this out last month when we got home and realized our deep freezer had been unplugged all weekend. And there were fish in the deep freezer. It wasn't just like a fish stick either. We're talking real fish. It was horrible. I immediately shook up mixed up a little spritzer bottle of water and a few drops of Purification and a few drops of Thieves, which we're about to talk about, and I sprayed down the deep freezer, and thankfully within just a very short amount of time, by the time that oil had dried up on there, you could not smell it anymore. So I was so thankful for Purification that day. It may also repel bugs and help soothe itching with bug bites and stings. And we have used this to make our own bug repellent. It works wonderfully. I do use Purification in my deodorant recipe, and I love it. There's some folks who use Purification by itself as a deodorant, and it works really well for them. And then there's the list of the blend, or the oils that are in that blend. Thieves. Now, Thieves is my very favorite essential oil, and I think it's just because this is how I started with Young Living. We had so much success with Thieves and just boosting our immune systems and helping us through the winter yuckies that I was completely sold on Young Living after having this particular oil for one season. It has been universally tested for cleansing abilities. It's highly effective in supporting the immune system and good health, and I love that this particular blend actually, to me, smells like Christmas. It's got cinnamon in it, and so I loved using this one during family gatherings, especially around the holidays. Again, just helping to boost and protect our immune systems when we're around all kinds of different variables. It's also a blend found in many of Young Living's most popular products and a safe, natural alternative to harsh chemicals and cleaners. So there's an entire Thieves line. There's Thieves toothpaste, there's Thieves cleaner, there's, I'm going to say Thieves lozenges and Thieves mints. There's all kinds of Thieves product. It's just such a wonderful, supportive, protective blend. And I'm thankful that we have been able to use a lot of those products to turn over the chemical cleaning products and personal products that we had been using beforehand. Hanaway. I love the way this one smells as well. To me, I absolutely smell the wintergreen when I smell it. It provides comforting, icy hot sensation to stressed muscles or other physical discomforts. My husband particularly likes to use this applied to his temples for head tension. It can ease mild cramps and bloating associated with the menstrual cycle. My little sister actually used this during her 80-plus hour labor with her little one, and she was so thankful to have this. She really feels like this was why she was able to get through that long, long labor without too much pain. Joy. Now, Joy is one, the first time I smelled it, I wasn't so sure about it, but now I really, really love it. It's got a very floral, feminine smell to it. It's supportive of the endocrine, nervous, and cardiovascular systems, so very versatile. It can be worn as a cologne or perfume, inspires romance and togetherness. It can help alleviate occasional blues. I know a lot of new mamas who have really enjoyed using Joy after their baby has been born. They'll rub it over their heart, or you can rub it on your neck, or just smell it straight out of the bottle. Stress Away. Now, this is my husband's favorite, and I know that because he stole my bottle and took it to work with him, and so I had to get another bottle for myself here at home. It's created to combat normal stresses of everyday life. It can help induce relaxation and reduce occasional nervous tension. It also supports nervous and circulatory systems, and it just smells beautiful. I have used this one as a perfume, and I love it. The final oil I'd like to share with you is Citrus Fresh. Now, Citrus Fresh is just a blend of all kinds of citrus oils. It's relaxing and calming and uplifting all at the same time. I love to diffuse this one kind of mid-morning if I can tell the girls are starting to fall apart and we just need to kind of be a little more calm. This is a great one to diffuse for that purpose. It contains high levels of D-limonene, again, that antioxidant that helps with boosting your immune system. It is supportive of the immune system and overall health. It's used by a lot of folks to assist in maintaining healthy body weight, and it can be added to water for a refreshing beverage as well. Just smells amazing. Really quick, there is a supplement that Young Living offers called Ningxia Red. It's just a powerful antioxidant drink containing whole Ningxia wolfberry puree, and you can read about all the other things that it has to offer. I use this especially during this time of year in the winter to help boost my immune system. And I also like to use it in the afternoon as a pick-me-up so that I don't have to reach for another cup of coffee. Okay, so if you are interested in getting started with oils, if you don't already have a kit, there are a couple ways that you can purchase oils. The first way is retail, which you would just find the person who introduced you to Young Living or who sent you to this webinar, and they can help you get set up with a retail account. And all that means is you would have the ability to pick out the oils you want online. So it's just like Amazon. You pick out what you want, you put it in your cart, and they deliver it to your home. So the only drawback to a retail account is that you do pay retail prices. And I did pay retail for my oils for a couple years before I knew there was a wholesale account. But once I found out there was a wholesale account, I absolutely took advantage of that. Because with the wholesale account, you do get a 24% discount. And the best way to set up a wholesale account is to purchase the Premium Starter Kit, which is everything you see here. Now, you can think about it as like a Costco membership, but instead of purchasing a card, which is what you're getting when you pay for your Costco membership, you're getting an entire kit, plus you're getting your 24% off membership. So in this starter kit, you get all 10 of the everyday essential oils, which, just to give you an idea, the retail to purchase this particular kit is $163. You get a bonus Citrus Fresh oil. You get either of these diffusers. You choose one. Now, each of these diffusers, this particular one, the home diffuser, retails for about $100. The bamboo diffuser retails for a little over $100. And then you also receive a couple packets of Ningxia Red just to try those, and you get 10 samples of essential oils, which I love these to keep in my purse, kind of like my little first aid kit on the go, or you can share them with friends as well. So for retail, if you were going to purchase all of these products, it is roughly $300. So with the wholesale membership, it only costs $150 to get the entire kit, plus your wholesale membership of 24% off. There's no obligation to purchase anything else. If you don't ever want anything else, you can just keep your kit, and there's no penalties for not ordering again. It's just a really great way. If you know that you want to get started with essential oils, having the 10 everyday essential oils is such a blessing because it gives you options. You're prepared before tragedy happens in your family, and you've got everything you need to help your family's wellness. And if you are interested in getting set up with a wholesale account, again, please contact the person who sent you to this webinar, and they would be happy to get you started. Finally, I want to leave you with some resources. As an educator, I think it's important that I'm pointing you in the direction of being able to find your own answers. So there's several books here that have been incredibly helpful for me and many others. And then there's a few websites that are great to check out. One of my favorites is that one at the very bottom, which is Experience Essential Oils. She gives some really great ideas on how to use each of the oils, but all of these resources are phenomenal. So I want to thank you so much, guys, for taking the time to learn and along with me, and I hope that this information has been helpful, and be blessed. Thank you so much, guys. Bye-bye.